How's things?
They're okay. Just the normal. I have a couple of clients that are having fucking a lot happen to them, so that's
Who's
therapy
there?
stuff.
Oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
So you're on about lawyer
It's
clients.
there has been a wild uptick in people with DID, and I don't know how to handle that
Really?
exactly. Well, I mean, I know how to handle it. It's just a lot to handle. Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You really had to walk over the grass?
That's okay. It was just a little bit, just like a corner. I wasn't sure because I didn't want to run into you, so I was like, just take a foot into the grass. Guess I could have went around.
You supposed to flop? It's
N-
Monday.
no, not since Monday. I don't think. We talked for a little bit after you guys left, but I mean we didn't really say much. It was more us talking about Edda and whatnot. Was there something we talked about? I don't know. I'm forgetting.
I know. Two people cried themselves to death with joy.
That's
All right.
used
So
to be
why are
fine.
the ratings so low? What the fuck are the unemployed watching?
She's very loud, huh?
Okay, Mom. Speak to you later.
He is.
Okay, that's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Okay. Oh, here.
It's the world we live
Oh,
in.
Okay. I am not going to be able to concentrate on anything.
that's
Excuse me,
okay. Fair
ma'am.
enough.
Would you mind vacating the area? I'll give you some money.
You guys want money?
Oh,
Please
It's
leave.
$36.
Wow, nice. All right. Oh, they really okay. Well, hey, look at that. They didn't
Would you
even
look
want
at
the
that?
money.
Oh,
Nice.
look, this guy did. He came for
Oh,
more. Let him pass. Let him pass.
oh, sorry. You go on, sir. Busy day. Oh, sorry. Excuse me, sir. Sorry. You go on. Uh,
Where were we? I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, here I got you a cold brew, an almond smoothie,
oh, okay.
and a mango and green smoothie.
Wow. All right. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
no problem. Um,
we are not
if,
alone again.
it's okay. It's a busy place. It's a busy place.
Yeah, apparently. Okay.
Listen, I just wanted to talk about Monday. There is a car driving up the mountain.
Yeah.
I think it's earlier.
Mhm.
Look, I guess the first thing I'll say is that I'm happy that you told us the truth. I think that was
Mhm.
you made the right choice. Uh, I think,
Mhm.
like I said, that honesty goes both ways,
Mhm.
and I have to be honest and say that I don't really trust you right now.
Mhm.
After you were lying about things, but
Mhm.
I want to trust you. So I guess what I wanted to talk about is how we can get there. And
Mhm.
given that we're in this situation and you're in the situation you're in, how we can, I think, make it work is maybe a bit of maybe strong words, but
Mhm.
how we can how we can deal with it in the best way possible.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of why I was asking about Flop because was that Flop's first time hearing about everything?
Um, I think Flop had a pretty good idea that I, that I was, spending a lot of time with these people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I ever properly, clearly defined to him, what role that may have been. But also at that time when we did have this conversation, this was a few months ago. Uh, I, I wasn't in a role then. I was just hanging out with these people. Um, so he knew that I was around them, but at the time, he didn't know um, if it was like you know, how do I put it? Yeah, it was not what it was then. But the whole the chaplain bit, um, that was uh, news to him then and there. Yeah.
Do you think he's gonna be okay with everything?
Um, with the brief chat that we had after you guys had left with me and him, it wasn't very long, but he said that he understood, and he did say that it sucked that he was a little blindsided by it, and I agreed with him. And I also told him that I'm going to be more just open and honest with what's going on there with him and the family. Period. And he understood that. Uh, and I think uh, leaving that conversation, I think we were both on a good page, the same page, in understanding one another. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Alright, go and gotta practice what I preach. The only reason I saw Solomon going into that house was because I was there to see if you were going into that house.
Hmm.
Was that a good
Okay.
idea? No. But I didn't trust you at the time. And I was, not that I was looking to catch you out, but
Hmm.
I was looking for my own truth in the situation. Do do you go to that house often?
No,
No.
no, I don't. Um, there have been, times where I have been there. Um, but again, it's usually just to, meet up with someone and then go somewhere else. Um, I would say I maybe have been there like once in the past, like 2 months, to be honest.
Okay. Um, I after that, after I saw him going into the house, I spoke to Maisie Graves. You know her,
Yeah. Yeah.
Solomon's pop partner,
Hmm.
because she didn't know, and
Hmm.
I know you said that he's not a member. Uh, I think maybe if you're telling the truth about that and he's not a member, then my thoughts is he might be in a similar position as you were, like you said, before you got your position.
Mm.
I think it very unlikely that he's not involved in some capacity.
Mm.
So I don't know how. I don't know. I need to speak to Macy because I don't know. She was going to speak to Solomon, so I don't know what's going to happen with that or what has happened with that. She wanted to talk to me like yesterday, but I wasn't about. So I've sent her a message.
Hmm.
What What do you think about that?
Um, Well, I know Solomon does, work with them in the way of legal stuff. As far as if his relationship is more than that, I talked to Solomon about law stuff slash this campaign stuff that we have going on. Um, if he is involved in any other way that is deeper than that, I am not told about it. I talk about people's personal problems. I've even reached out to Solomon. I was like, "Hey, listen, I also do therapy. If you wanted to talk about this, that, or the other, he is not he's not one for therapy. Let me tell you." Um, so I really, I'm not all that clued in.
Okay. All right. Well, obviously he's running for mayor, so
Hmm.
you're helping him out, right?
Yeah. He's talked to me a lot about his thoughts about Mayor and how he really does not like how things are being ran right now. Obviously, I think there's a lot of people who sort of see and feel that way. Um, a big thing, actually, a part of his platform is being transparent with the people of the state. If there's any changes made, there will be open explanations as to why they are being made the way that they are, to help people, sort of understand why it happens. Obviously, that won't stop people from being upset about stuff, but his whole thing is, you know, not making promises, where he wouldn't be able to deliver. Um, Holy fuck, that guy is just talking. Okay, anyway. Um, right. Yeah. His whole thing is, just being transparent with everybody that he can about his campaign and the decisions that he makes. I thought that was good. He also vehemently despises some of the things that Max has put in place, especially the quota for the PD. I am in the same fucking boat. A quota for the police department is always, that was never going to be a good thing, and I think Max knows that. But whatever. Um, among other things, hold on, I can pull up his talking points, but you get the gist. He's got some good points that he wants to bring up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Will the ADMC be voting for Solomon?
Uh, I have no idea. I'm sure there is a good chunk of them that will. I don't know if they make that as a group decision,
I don't
and if
know.
they
Okay.
do, yeah, if they do make decisions like that as a group, I haven't been told about it. So, and I would imagine they would at least tell me about that.
Is Solomon being in that position going to help you with your position?
Uh, being in what, the position of mayor helped me in my position, when in the club, or like as a lawyer. What do you mean?
This is what I'm worried about, Ziggy.
Okay.
You're a good guy,
Mhm.
and for your own reasons, you're a part of this club now.
Mhm.
They are criminals. There's a lot of criminals in their group. I'm not just going to label them as criminals. They are people. I understand that, but they have
Mhm.
criminal motivations. The
Mhm.
president, for whatever reason, has already tried to kill police officers. I don't know the context of that,
Mhm.
but that trickles down. That kind of violence trickles down. At
Mhm.
some point, something's going to kick off, and they're gonna have a call to arms, and that's going to include you. And you might have to do things that you don't want to do. So what I'm asking
Mhm.
is if you are working closely or closer with Solomon, would that help exclude you from having to do those things?
Um, I, uh, I would imagine it would, when you pose it like that. I mean, he wants me to be his chief of staff. I mean, obviously
Really?
that comes, yeah, that comes with its own, set of issues and dangers. I mean, shit, you could talk to Etta about that. People who are on the council get targeted, but that being said, uh, when you
Fuck.
pose it in that way of like me being, the chief of staff or helping him with this stuff, sort of keeps me away from all of that. I would say so in a way. Yeah, absolutely. It did, albeit the chief of staff would invite some other difficulties, but that's going to be coming from
I mean, sure.
outsiders. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I guess going off that, what what's going to happen if they ask you to do something real bad?
What do you mean? Uh, it, I have received no indication that they're going to make me do anything. Not a single person has come to me and said, "Hey, Ziggy, uh, I need you to, uh, rob a bank or do this or do that."
Wait, I get that.
Okay.
But here's I was thinking about this last night. If let's say Flop is working the case
Hmm.
and maybe he's getting pretty close to the truth or something like that, and maybe some of the information that he has conversations with people, they start questioning where the fuck did he get that from.
Hmm.
I'm worried they're gonna look at you,
Hmm.
and then they're gonna be like, okay, we're having concerns as to whether or not we trust Ziggy.
Hmm.
Let's see whether or not we can trust him. Let's make him do something to show that he's really part of the club.
Hmm.
So the next time they have someone to fuck up or they have to hurt somebody, they put a weapon in your hands and tell you to do it. What then?
That is not the reason why I got involved with these people, and if that is something that they're going to force my hand to do, then I really have made a mistake. And then I have read their intentions with my position all wrong. Um, and if that becomes the reality, then uh, you know I am in danger. Period. I'm not gonna hurt someone who has done no harm. Um, yeah, no, that's. I would imagine I would be punished however they see fit. What that entails, I do not know.
This is the thing. I don't really expect you to have the answers for these things, but
Hmm.
these are the kind of things you got to think about.
Hmm.
And be honest, because it's too far gone for me to. I mean, I can still be mad at you, but
Yeah.
what do you plan on doing with these people criminally, if anything?
I I don't have any plans. Um, right now, the my day to day consists of, and my foreseeable future consists of, helping them cope with the shit that is going on in their personal lives, and then not only with that, just doing law work here and there, and campaigning. For I'm curious to see how the chief of staff thing turns out. The Solomon's made some really good points, and I'm excited to see where it goes if it does go anywhere. So it, those are really the only thoughts on my mind. Um, yeah.
Okay. How are they coping with Winston?
Say again. I didn't hear the first few words. I'm sorry. You said
How are they
something.
coping with
Oh,
Winston?
a lot of them have a really difficult time. You know, with his memory issue. Um, you know, a lot of there was quite a few of them that were um really close with him, but he doesn't remember them. He doesn't remember quite a few people, and it sort of pushed him away from that group. And uh, there's a couple people in there that have not taken it very well, and they've tried to reintegrate, but it nothing has really panned out.
So yeah, maybe this is just me looking from the outside in, but I don't know how you're gonna manage to maneuver in that group and get out on top. Like, okay,
Hmm.
at least while keeping you intact and not losing a part of yourself while you do it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, and that's fair. I know you have you've had some pretty awful experiences with motor clubs before, so I get that. Um, I think you know as it stands, I have been given uh, no indication that you know I'm going to be forced to do you know things one way or another. Um, I'm I exist there as a supporting role essentially, and I'm not being told to go out and earn money this way, or this guy is pissing us off, handle him this way, or any of that. Um, but I say all that trying to reassure you, but I understand where the worry comes from. So it's no matter what I say, I think it'll always sort of be present.
But this is it. It's like I'm thinking if, and I don't expect you to know the answer to it, 'cause it's a very difficult position to be put in. But if you're in a room where they're having a meeting, maybe it's church, right? Maybe you're presiding over that, and they're discussing how a police officer or an individual knows too much, is getting too close, and they agree that they are going to try and kill that person.
Mm.
And it's someone you know. Maybe it's not even someone you know. They're just agreeing to kill somebody, and
Mm.
you know about that. Are you gonna? Again, I don't expect you to, to know what you're gonna do here, but are you
Mm.
gonna be able to live with yourself knowing that you could have talked to your husband and maybe stopped that from happening? Or are you going to keep your mouth shut so that you don't get in trouble and you don't get hurt and then
Mm.
that person dies?
I think that it would depend on the context of them wanting that to happen. If a cop is just doing their job, and getting a little close. I think that they, and maybe you're right. Maybe I don't have the proper answer for this, but um, at least from what I can infer, I think that they would, uh, just see, the cop as doing their job. But if cop is like gone out of their way to, um, antagonize that isn't necessarily in the way of police work, I think that that is more when they would end up in a in a mindset of like hey, we need to get rid of this person. So if it was just like a cop doing their job and they were like, all right, let's outright just full off this person, um, yeah, I would take issue with it. How I would handle it, I don't know, and I don't know how I could confidently answer that. And it is something that I will give thought to, frankly, because um, you know, I want to consider not only myself but you guys as well. So I don't have the answer to that at the moment. Um, yeah, I don't know.
That's all I'm trying to get you to think of is,
Yeah,
regardless of why you're in the situation, you're all in the situation, and as much as they are good people, sometimes they're going to have bad intentions, and you're going to be in the middle of that, and you got to figure out how you're going to maneuver that, and how that's going to not only affect your conscience, but affect your relationship with Flop. Because I don't know how, as much as as much as me and Max say we know Flop, we don't know him 100%, and I don't know how he's going to react to everything that might happen
mhm.
with you in the club. So I can't predict what is he's going to be okay with happening and what he's not going to be okay with happening. I just hope that you at least. I think you and Flop have got to have the discussion about what you're going to tell him about and what you're not going to tell him about. Because I'm sure he's not going
Yeah,
to want to know everything because he's a police officer and he might not want to know everything from a personal standpoint. But there
right.
probably is some things that he wants to know and things that he should know.
Yeah,
So I'm sure you two will
I
figure it out.
yeah, I think that um, how you sort of just mentioned it is likely what would happen. He's got work stuff that he's gonna hear about that that I'm sure I don't need to be privy to. Um, if it's just like minor stuff that I hear about, as conversations happen, then that's I'm not gonna mention that. But if it is like, well, someone that he knows or I know, or especially if it's any of the family for whatever godforsaken reason, which I don't see that happening, but he will know. I will tell him. You know.
All right. Well, I don't know what's going to happen, Jiggy, but
Mhm. I know.
it's gonna be something. I had Edward Ropeburn calling me today saying he has a bed waiting for me.
Yeah, that's yeah. Ed's a I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about Ed. He's just trying to fuck all of us. I think at this point.
He said he's been fucking flop for the past month.
That's not. He literally he said that 5 years ago, and he's coming back saying it now. He's been trying to fuck me, and it's I just keep saying the same thing Flop does, like no, leave me alone. And then he normally does for a while, and he's like, are you sure? It's that whole thing. He's gonna do the same thing, cat and mouse. You know, he's it's a special case. I don't know what
Yeah.
is going on with him.
No, I've been wondering, Jiggy,
Mhm.
what does ADMC stand for?
Um, the already dead motor club.
Oh, what does that mean?
It's in reference to some stuff that happened to them a long time ago. I don't have full context.
Wait, what
Uh,
stuff?
I don't know, stuff with I need to take this phone call. Hey, no, I'm here. Sorry. Hello. I am here. Hi. Yes, I am. We need to have a talk.
What the fuck?
I am I'm talking with some of my family right now. And you are literally, you're my next phone call. You're priority number one. Okay. Okay. Don't don't overstimulate yourself. You fuck. All right. Goodbye.
You kidding me?
What? Sorry. What?
I don't need to know anymore. I think I know enough.
Oh. Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not entirely privy to all of that. So
It's fantastic.
that's what do you mean?
So you don't go to the lighthouse?
Yeah, people keep telling me that. I've never been there, but that's
Yeah, I wouldn't.
yeah, yeah. I don't go there. Seems
Okay.
easy enough.
You just don't, maybe just don't. Just don't.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'll leave it be. Some something about some old guy or something.
Stop it.
Sorry.
All right. Well,
Mm-hmm.
let me know how that talk with Flop goes, right?
Okay. I want to say that I know that things are a little shaky or whatever, but I appreciate you talking with me like this.
Yeah. I'm pretty pissed off at you, but
Yeah.
I also don't want to. I also just want you to be you at the end of all this, so. And I want you to be alive. So we got to figure that out one step at a time.
All right. Come on. Let's get out of here. I won't force you to be mushy.
Thanks. When do you walk so slow?
I just feel like all right, you want me to be honest? I have to walk with my chin up so I can compensate. I have to inflate my ego to make sure that, the looming thought of being a disappointment doesn't consume my every waking moment. So there's that. It's just a little bit.
Have you got a therapist?
I cope.
Okay.
Me and Pixie have been doing this thing where like we exchange, our traumas and then kind of help each other through it. So it's kind of like therapy, but it's like trading therapy.
You should get high on your own supply.
I do. I do my best to remind myself that, of what I need to be doing. I'm not always good at it, but I'm working on it.
But,
Yeah. What about you? You haven't
well,
seen a therapist in a while, huh?
I mean, for the most part, I've dealt with most of me demons.
Mm,
A few still knocking about, but
yeah. Okay. Well, I know your son-in-law, who is you're presently not very happy with. It may not be the best idea, but it's an option.
what to be my therapist?
Well, not necessarily in the capacity of a therapist, but just talking about what you're thinking, what you're feeling, etc. It's it
Okay.
might not be a bad idea. Father son talk, maybe not necessarily therapist to client.
Yeah, maybe I'll take you up on that sometime.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
it was good seeing you, Richard.
You
Be
too.
safe.
Take it easy. I'm going home.
All right.